the final best of 3 series in the first round of the winner bracket. The playoffs continue, everybody. We have the Saboteurs going up against Be Right Back Questing. Now, once again, the qualifiers are over. We are in the playoffs. Finally, teams are therefore playing for the prize money of $2,000. We currently have 22 heroes that are pre-banned. They are banned for the entire event. And every single hero that gets played cannot be played again in the same series. So yes, it is awesome. We're heading into best of 5 territory very, very quickly. Once that we're reaching the second round of the winner bracket and the second round of the losers bracket, it's all going to be best of 5s from there on out. So tons of matches where we might see absolute madness ensuing. But even here in the best of 3s, it's pretty crazy. Now, it is Sky Temple. It's our opening map in this particular series. We have the red team with first pick, first ban. So Sky Temple was chosen by the Saboteurs, who are the clear favorite, of course, when we're talking about this. And, well, here's the opportunity right now for Mr. Tyke and his boys to show off their skills. They have some subs today too, though. And Kerrigan gets banned against them. Mind Talk clearly being targeted here. I mean, obviously, there's a couple of guys over on the right side of the screen that are also known for their particular picks. And Kerrigan gets banned, therefore. Hazu Ops has no access to the Vikings now. Abatha has been saved as a ban, which means that he could still be picked. And Atanis gets banned because Dino has been pretty much playing Atanis whenever he gets an opportunity. And if you get all of a sudden Atanis and Abatha, that would even help Trash Tanis to get good all of a sudden. So, yeah. Morales gets banned too. It's actually kind of interesting. This is not a bad ban. I like that. I wonder if they were really planning this. So why am I saying this? Atanis getting banned means also there is no Suppression Pulse. And Suppression Pulse is one of the tools that occasionally gets used if someone is trying to get a backdoor strategy going. Because all that you're doing with the backdoor strategy is use Morales with Medivac to fly onto a fort, fly onto a keep, and just take this out super quickly. And if you have a Suppression Pulse on Atanis, you can slow that down a little bit. So I kind of like that as an answer. It's them just saying, if you have any kind of notion that you can pull off a backdoor strategy against us, forget about it immediately. So they ban Morales out, and we'll take it from here. Abatha is taken. Yep, so it turns out that the Atanis ban, if they were trying to target Dino, was not a bad idea, because Abatha is in their house, and we get Sylvanas together with it. Which, again, makes perfect sense. Sylvanas was one of the heroes that got saved. She was initially banned for the qualifiers. But as I said, some people got a veto and vetoed a hero, and Sylvanas is one of them. So she is available again. And it makes an absolute S-tier pick for Meta Madness now. Uther, Greymane, and Dehaka is how Be Right Back Questing opens up the draft. And that leads us into the final bans on this one. Yeah, Abatha in that also empowers a lot of other heroes. I mean, essentially, you can play Abatha Samuro again. That's scary. Particularly for teams that go up against the Raiders, I guess. Stukov gets banned. Uther as a main tank is obviously a huge possibility. So they don't want to go for the double support wombo here. And yeah, final ban. So, what are we getting? What is Be Right Back Questing gonna get rid of here? With other picks, I would have said even Varian would be an option since Benny is playing him so much, but instead they go for Zeratul. That makes also perfect sense to me. We have Zeratul together with Abatha. That's a huge threat, and I would still think that it's highly likely that Rutzer is actually giving Abatha up and gives it over to somebody else. So, yeah. But here comes the double pick. What are they grabbing? What is Hazu playing? I mean, just side laner or something a little bit with a little more pepper to it, a little bit more spice. We get Chen, Fat Illidan, and Malfurion. It's actually kind of wild that Fat Illidan is just so much more popular than normal Illidan these days. But okay. So yeah, Chen with Abatha. Have fun. That is not... That's not a combo that is very enjoyable to go up against. So, final 2 picks, Mind Talk and the Dark Wolf. Is there a Light Wolf? What does a Light Wolf look like? Sounds like a Chihuahua to me. Oh, Nova! Player killer number 1! She's finally here! Nova is in the house and we get False. That is a Hinterland Blast, 100%. If they go for Nova and Falset, that has to be a Hinterland Blast. I mean, come on. It's full-on Crispy style. Yes, that is not a Gust play. He's not playing Gust with this lineup. Okay, Tyrael is in. Tyrael Chen. Guys, we're ready to go. Ready to rumble Sky Templar. Game number 1. Winner bracket in Meta Madness. The playoffs for Meta Madness 8. Let's go. Saboteurs against Be Right Back Questing. On the left, Hazorps with Chen, Dino and Sylvanas, Rutsu with Abatha. We got Bad Benny on Tyrael. And last but not least, Yasu on Malfurion. In the meantime, we got Mr. Taiko on Nova. Mind Talk with Falstad. We got Chikis on Uther, Starkfey on Dehaka. And the Dark Wolf is playing Greymane. Round of applause! Finally! I like it. I like it. The Dark Wolf on... I would have accepted Rhaegar. Rhaegar is permabanned, but with that nickname, I would have accepted Rhaegar as well. But he is playing Greymane, so this is absolutely perfect. I'm liking the synergy here. This is awesome. In the meantime, Nova is already moving around here, and she's gonna go for the big pew-pew-pew here. Yeah, she's gonna pew-pew it up. By talking about pew-pew, we're getting a little bit of pew-pew also from Dino. So, let's go. I want to see all of the aggression after level 10 here. I mean, let's be honest, Be Right Back Questing, they are of course fully aware that they are a massive underdog in this series. Saboteurs came in as the #1 team, and Be Right Back Questing, they know that this is a tall order to say the least. They need to really bring some kind of a curveball and completely hit the blue team unaware if they want to make big moves here. So we'll see if they can pull this off. And honestly, who better to bring this about than player killer #1? Nova is in the house. Nova, Nova, Nova. It's actually kind of silly, but I'm not quite sure if you guys know Ender's Game and then Ender's Shadow. And Ender's Shadow is just an amazing follow-up to Ender's Game, so if you've never read the second book, you should definitely do it. It's amazing. And in one of them, they call one of the maneuvers that they're executing Nova. And every single time that I see Nova in a game, in my head, it's playing out like Nova, Nova, Nova. So, yeah. I never watched the movie because I think it's probably shit, but I love the book. And I watched pretty much the entire Ender's series, and Ender's Game in particular, sorry, Ender's Shadow in particular, was really fascinating because it tells the same story from a different perspective, and it puts a completely different twist on so many of the storylines. So yeah, it's pretty epic. Also, a pretty epic kill apparently here for Falstad. Mind Talk able to take down Abatha. That is huge. Not bad. So, yeah, well done. Now, they are doing a lot of damage down at the bottom of the map. The problem is that the same is going to happen at the top. And if both of the teams are just trying to go for structures, what this essentially means is that you're simply accelerating the game. You're taking structures out way faster than they are supposed to be taken out, and that will accelerate things a lot. But as is, I don't really think that's happening. What we're seeing instead is... I mean, it might still be happening. They're making another attempt at the bottom of the map, and over here the fort is definitely going to fall. Particularly on Sky Temple, taking out forts this easily is of course accelerating things very quickly. But Be Right Back Questing is already running in trouble here. Even with the double global that they're playing, they're struggling to keep up with the rotations. And yep, this is Fat Illidan with Abatha and the symbiote. And this is exactly going as expected. Sylvanas is pushing, the fort is gone, and all of this is happening before the first objective has even been locked in. Their own fort at the bottom of the map is still sitting there. So yeah, this is pretty big. Now, Tyrael is going into a Judgment build from the looks of it. At least his level 1 and level 4 talent make that a very likely choice for them. We now have him also with level 7 just following up on it too. Double Temple is already taken. Be Right Back Questing, they gotta... yeah, they gotta join the game. I think they're not here yet. They haven't really joined the game yet. They're losing a second fort with the first objective, and at the bottom of the map, Sylvanas is pushing. This is not looking good. Player killer number 1! Snipe it, baby! And Dino is dead. Nova, clearly the strongest hero in the game. Who else could take Sylvanas down like this? Nova comes in again, gets a double kill. I mean, she is the strongest. She is by far the strongest hero in the game. This is clear. She's responsible for most of the kills on the side of Be Right Back questing, as is, of course, just natural. Structurally, though, they're falling behind. I have to say, the rest of the team is holding her back. So, yeah. The rest, these 4 up here, they need to be reported because they're holding Nova back. Without them, she would already have won the game easily. Anti-armor shells on level 7. We got the rapid projection and a long shot. And of course, now we have also Mule in play, which means you can easily go for this. Yeah. Meantime, Nova with a little bit more of a pew-pew-pew here as Tyrael is already down. So 4 kills to 2. Greymane is still waiting. Oh, and they get Sylvanas again. Damn. Look at this. Massive. Nova, she let herself be killed because she needed to go back to the Nexus, and that was the fastest way to get there. This was absolutely intended. So it's a great strategy. Nova with a fantastic strategy that can be mirrored by players. If you're this early in the game, you know the death timer is super low. So look how quickly she's back at the Nexus. She's already back there. She's already back to action. So this was all intended. It's just a different way of getting back to the Nexus quickly to top up some mana. And I absolutely understand. They actually had an experience now. Despite the fact that 2 forts have been destroyed, I mean... I gotta say, no way! Falstad! What is this shit? Nope. Come on. You had an opportunity here. Where's the Hinterland Blast? Where's the Hinterland Blast, bro? Really, Gust? Really? With this? With Nova and Orbital? Yeah, you should die. You deserve to die. You deserve to be killed. Taken down by the Slug. Literally taken down by someone that is low on the food chain than you. That's what you deserve for that play. Judgment being used. The red team is being judged and is being judged harshly. Nova with a tactical death. And Greymane is now dead as well, so the blue team is starting to pop off a bit over here. And Rutsu, yeah, nearly gets a kill with Abathur. So the copy was nearly successful in taking someone out there. Down at the bottom of the map, obviously they're going straight in for the next fort. Yeah, this is big. They're taking so many structures out already. Abathur has in the meantime muled up the fort at the bot lane, so it's nearly back to 100% of its HP. This fort is destroyed, so now we're seeing the keeps already getting attacked. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now, Sylvanas is already back up at the top, doing her thing right there. Yeah, a little bit more damage is coming in. 6 kills to 7. Level lead. And Chen, is he getting all of the shots? I'm actually not so sure about it, because now the red team is coming in too. Ah, he's gonna keck it up. Okay, so he gets all of the shots fired, is even able to move out without any problems whatsoever. In the meantime, Tyrael has started to fight it out against Dehaka a little bit. And I suppose with him now taking position at the bottom of the map, this top lane is gonna take even more damage. Now the boss is up, 5-minute mark has passed a while ago already. But yep, it's a fun one. Top damage on the red team side, obviously Nova. I mean, obviously. Player killer number 1 is getting the top damage in, as she should. And on the other side, we have Abathur with 17,000, nearly 18,000 damage to his name. The double global should really be something that they can leverage later on. But the map has already opened up and so far they haven't been able to put Falstad and Dehaka into a really good spot for this. Now, obviously on Judgment! But the Gust is there. Judgment is in and the Divine Shield saves the birdie. The bird is alive and kicking. The red team is still waiting for level 13 talents, which makes things a bit difficult, obviously. So yeah, that talent advantages are never something that you want to go up against. And they go for the boss. Yep. And nobody has sniffed it out yet. They're now realizing it. Nova has her ult, but Chen has the keg. Yeah, they're gonna win this one. Chen has a keg. There's the ult, and they grab the boss. If they can get kills, they might be able to get the keep even at the bottom of the map. They're already trying for the Haka. Can't really take him out. Or, well, they can, I guess. Starfey is about to die, and now they can go for the boss. The camp? That is ambitious, but they are able to lock it in just before the blue team arrives, so I suppose congratulations. There's a push at the top lane, by the way, with another... Oh, no. Oh, no. No! Uther falls dead! No, the Beard Boys are going down, and I think this is gonna get... This is keep, at least. Maybe even more. Judgment is in. Nova is dead. The bottom keep is gonna fall. Greymane is trying to stop the top keep from falling as this attack is happening. And with the boss, I guess they could even go for a game here. And they're already trying to do exactly that. Why wouldn't they? 10-minute game? Is it possible? They got 30 seconds to take the core down, and I think they can do it. They can pull it off. Can the red team maybe slow it down slightly? A good gust from Falstead might do the trick here. 15 seconds left, and it's over! GG! Before the 10-minute mark is reached, the Saboteurs take the victory on Sky Temple, game number 1.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Garden of Terror. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't know what's going on here. Player killer number 1 apparently sacrificed the game on purpose. There is no other explanation why Nova would not win a game. She's clearly the strongest hero in the entire Nexus. There's a reason she's standing right there. Cho'Gall is getting banned on Garden, once again indicating that the Saboteurs just don't like fun. It's sad. We all hate it. But it is what it is. Okay, so 22 heroes, perma-banned. 10 additional heroes are banned or not available because they got played in game number 1, so let's see what we're getting. And Be Right Back Questing is apparently embracing the spirit of this event. Some of their picks might at least suggest that. So let's see what we're getting. The question, by the way, is coming up every now and then. Hey, Sylvanas, Abathur, weren't they banned? Like, why are they played? Very simple. As I explained during the qualifiers, you might have missed it. There were 3 people that were able to save a hero from the ban list. And so Seralath, he saved Abathur. We had Kevin saving Sylvanas. And then the Vikings ended up on the ban list. But unfortunately, the Tohoda killer who got the 3rd place didn't respond to my Twitch messages. So I then unbanned Vikings from that list. Vikings never made it onto the ban list properly, so that's why you probably don't know about it, but just in case that some people are looking at an Abathur pick and are like, hey, what the hell is happening here? Now you know why. Stitches gets banned. Kerrigan gets banned again against Mind Talk. Alright. What's the first pick for Garden? I'm actually questioning, like, you know... I mean, Samuro is still up if somebody wants to play Samuro here, so that could be a pick for them. If they want to go for a sniper composition around Varian, they can still do that too. I mean, there's plenty of heroes available that they can use in order to facilitate exactly that. Tyrande would be a good start into exactly that. So them coming in and starting with a taunt and then Tyrande stun would be perfect for them. So let's see if they're going to try and do that. We have for the red team... What is the Dark Wolf now playing? There's no Wolf left anymore. Huh. What comes closest to Greymane or an actual Wolf? What do we still have that he could play? Misha? Rexa? Maybe. So we get Sonya and we get Thrall. Looks like a triple frontline to me already right from the start. Sonya obviously still great to take camps too, which is big on Garden of Terror. If Chen wasn't already played, then I would have now suggested to go for the washing machine. But that also requires you to get to level 20, and after the last game ended before the 10-minute mark, I'm not 100% certain if we're going to get to that point. So, yeah, not so sure on that. We get Leo and we get Cassia. Dino could start stacking here if you wanted to. So that's one possibility. And, well, what's the ban? Rutsu has not chosen yet. Rutsu's all... They could go Zarya. Zagara is another option. I wouldn't have really put it past Dino to play Zagara again. If all they want to do is to really push and go for a quick one, then having one of those would help. And yeah, they banned Varian out, so they already were looking at Tyrande. That's one of the reasons, I guess, why they didn't want to go for or up against Stitches as well, because those hooks can be just absolutely dangerous. And then now that they saw Tyrande being picked, they were like, yeah, Varian, let's just get him out of here. Immediately. So... this is an interesting start. I mean, again, off to the races here. So we get ETC banned as well. ETC is gone. Still plenty of main tanks around. Mal'Ganis is up, Mei is up. Imperius could be played here easily. Arthas, alright, we're going Arthas, baby. Arthas, Thrall, and Sonya. Big front line. Really big front line. Okay, Stukov is also in. And, well, with that we are having a last pick for them. Mind Talk. A little bit of range damage would probably be nice too. But, okay. Let's see what we're getting with Bad Benny and Rutzo, the final two picks here. I mean, Benny obviously has to deviate a bit away from his original plan. Now I'm pretty sure that he wanted to play Varian, but that has been shut down. Rutzo, I would love to see his Zarya, to be honest with you. It would be kind of fun. Mei gets locked in first for Benny, and we get Imperius. So yeah, also fine. Triple front line for them too. And, well, that leaves us with our final pick, and it is Kel'Thuzad for my talk. Alright, let's go. Kel'Thuzad in game number 2, everybody. Garden of Terror, the Saboteurs against Be Right Back questing.
The battle begins shortly, hero.
Game number 2, we got the Saboteurs in the lead. It is a match point for the blue team. Hazorps is playing Leoric. We have Dino on Cassia, Bad Benny on Mei. Rutsu with Imperius, and Yazu is playing Tyrande. To the right side of the map, it's Be Right Back questing with Mr. Tycho on Thrall going for the Trolling Thunder. We got the Dark Wolf playing Arthas. Cheekies is playing Stukov. Mind Talk with Kel'Thuzad, so that's going to get a little bit interesting. So let's see what we're going to get here. And we have Stark Faye on Sonya. Kel'Thuzad, this is the second time that we had him. Well, okay, to be fair, it's the first time we have him in the playoffs. We have seen him before once in the qualifiers. I kind of thinking about who actually picked him. I think it was Dino. I'm not 100% certain on this, though. But yes, Kel'Thuzad obviously can get some really sick damage out if he is able to get his baseline completed then in the first place. Now, we got Lunar Blaze. We have the heat transfer over here. And all the way up at the top, Sonya against Leo right now. Mind Talk is getting targeted immediately. Obviously, the big problem for him is his hit point pool. And the problem with his hit point pool is that it does basically not exist. Which is exactly why he dies right there. So, goodbye. That is him gone. The Dark Wolf getting attacked too. And hello, Arthas. These stuns, again, it's too much. You have Imperius with the stun and then Tyrande with a follow-up, and that's 2 kills already for the Saboteurs. So they are getting ahead in this game very, very quickly. Really cool start for them here. This is about as good as it gets right now. Early game, 2 quick kills, and just able to control most of the flow here. So they should be pretty happy with how they're starting off. And honestly, they're also the only ones that are currently going for camps. Like, nobody else is going for Siege Giants or Bruisers, and seems like even another kill at the top lane is in the cards. Sonya is down, so that's 3 kills to 0. And 1 camp already on the map, a second one about to be taken. They are doing, yeah, way better. Like, way better, to say the least. Leo is even chasing them away at the top. And if this continues, I think the Saboteurs are going to steal some of these camps away even. Has a first seed that is now coming up as well, so they're going for the next one here. But, yep, this is looking absolutely stellar for them. Pretty fantastic, honestly. They're looking really good now. That's a lead in experience that is super significant for the early game with a 1 level. So, pretty big. And their camps, I'm honestly a little bit worried, because normally what you do is after the 1 minute mark you have both teams going immediately for mercenary camps, and that's just not a thing right now. Be Right Back Questing is missing out on a lot of the macro plays that they should make here, and this is going to come back to bite them pretty heavily. There's already so much lane pressure now happening for the Saboteurs just simply because they went for their camps, and it results in structures taking some damage. The red team has to spend time there, which allows the Saboteurs to go for the seed super quickly, and they're grabbing it too. The interrupt is too slow, and now Sonya might even fall. Even with a spin to win here, she might be in too much trouble. Is able to get away, but this is definitely not good news. There's too much happening all over the place. And of course, you're talking about the top game in the qualifiers, about the Saboteurs being a huge favorite here. But yeah, still. First game was less than 10 minutes. They went for a massive speed run there. And now here comes the next hit. And yes, Khaldor is dead again. Khaldor gets murdered, Stukov gets murdered, Arthurs is on the move back through the gate, but even he might be in trouble here. And yeah, Dino could nearly get a kill. Did not work out 100%, so Arthurs is able to get out, but that's 5 kills to 0 now. It's a 1-level lead. I mean, even Benny moving in from the top trying to facilitate that final kill, and it didn't happen. But they break the walls, the side lane is already gone, the side wall is gone. Now the second seat is coming up, and there is, I mean, do you smell this? Woo! Oh, it smells like mad momentum here. Okay, that one was bad. That was probably the worst one. It's been a long day. It's been a long day for me, so yeah, I'll excuse myself for that. I'll see myself out. But anyways, we have now level 7 talents on both sides. We have the Chilling Touch, but what worries me probably the most is if you just look over to Khaldor, look at his baseline. He's at 3 stacks on the baseline. That is, yeah, let's say not great. So I am very worried that he's just not going to be anywhere near the damage that he potentially is able to put out. So yes, a nice neat invade at the camp at the top left, so if they get that, great. But that would only be the first step in an attempt to catch up. There's 2 seats that already have been taken by the Saboteurs. A third one spawning down at the bottom of the map. And yeah, they get the Siege Giant, so at least that's a thing. Not sure if Mindtalk is going to get out of this. Yeah, gets already attacked a bit, but still fine. That seed at the bot lane, that's a different story though. Hazops is doing his job at the bottom fort. They're getting super close to level 10. So if they get the additional seed, then we would have Garden Terrors already at the 5-minute mark, which in and of itself is obviously a little bit ridiculous. So, yeah. Sonya dead, and now they go for Stukov, and that is a double kill. Nicely done by Imperius. Goodbye, 7 kills to 0. Leo is slowing them down as the red team is trying to take this, and if he's buying them enough time, then they would be able to fight for that seed. Another quick drain is happening. The ice wall is catching Khaldor, and he is dead again. Khaldor is dead once more. Going up against level 10 abilities is obviously nearly, I mean, it's pretty much insane. They go for Arthurs, that's kill number 9 right here. Dark Wolf is gonna die eventually. He can run, but he can't hide. Yasuo wants him, and Yasuo is gonna get him eventually. The B steps are in, but that's the end of that. Now we have the Garden Terrors making their way over. But Benny is even, I mean, he's also here, right on the case, trying to set all of this up properly as they're moving into the middle. It is an absolute disaster currently for Be Right Back Questing. There's another hit, another stun. Khaldor is more dead than alive at this point. He came, he saw, and he died. Veni, Vidi, BG. The man's just dying. The Saboteurs, they're going through Be Right Back Questing like hot butter through cheese. It already happened in game number 1. Now it's happening again on the second map. With level 10 abilities, there's always the chance that the dynamic changes a bit and you're starting to make a comeback. But this is pretty much the Saboteurs playing Farmville. They're just coming in here, they're farming them hard. It's Heroes of the Storm whack-a-mole. Every hero that pops his head out dies a second later. And at some point, I wouldn't blame them if they would just hide in the Nexus and hope that the ordeal is going to be over soon, because currently they're just getting whacked around. The minions survive longer than the actual heroes. So, yeah, this is just what happens when you have the top tier team going up against the number 8 in the standings. Currently, not a single kill yet. So, if you're Be Right Back questing, all that you want to do right now is you want to go for 1 kill. That has to be the goal. So, we're changing goals here. Be Right Back questing. If I'm Be Right Back questing, my call in voice is get 1 kill. 1 kill, guys. Then we'll take it from there. We start with a kill, focus everything on 1 target, call it properly, and we're getting a single kill in. Woo! Let's go, baby! Khaldor is dead! Can they get at least 1? And the answer is no! No, they cannot, but they're losing everybody. So, 5-man team wipe. 5-man team wipe, 17 kills to 0. 17 kills to nothing at the 8-minute mark. Yeah, that is not looking good. 1 kill, come on. Attempt number 2. You're 3 levels behind. Pick a target, pick a target, pick a target, and then everybody on the same target. Just 1. 1 kill. 1 kill. It's the moral victory that really counts here. Syndragosa, yeah, not up yet. It's gonna take a while. They're trying. Okay, ult's unleashed. Here's the ice wall. And that's 3 levels behind. They're going again in. And that's a double kill. 2 heroes are down. Whoa! And can they get it? Come on, boys. You can do it. Yes! Benny's feeding again. Benny is feeding. And Hazu died too. Round of applause. Nice. Nicely done. Absolutely awesome. They got 2 kills. So clearly a moral victory for Be Right Back questing. They were able to kill 2. That's a moral victory for the red team. No matter what you say. Keep lost. Who cares? Nobody. 21 kills to 2. They did it. The Mad Lads, they did it. They took out Bad Benny. He tagged me when Benny feeds. And then they dropped Harzobs as well, the old man. So nicely done. That's level 16, of course. There's another seed that has now been taken, but there's a level 16 talent. Big plays, big plays. So yeah, at this point, honestly, games is pretty much over, right? So they're still trying to hold on for as long as they can and do a little bit more than that. I mean, maybe can get kill number 3, you know? You never know. Just get them in, time and time again. So, down at the bottom of the map, Dino with a quick attack here against the camp, zipping around that corner. And Khaldor is getting some extra damage in. The baseline is at 18 stacks now. 8,000 damage is nothing to write home about, though. 8,000 damage, I mean, the thing that worries me a little bit is, like, look at the damage, look at the lowest damage output on the blue team. It's currently Tyrande with 13,000, okay? And now look at Stukov and at Khaldor. Khaldor is currently less damage than Tyrande. And I might add a lot less damage. So, yes, he wants to step it up at least a bit, I suppose. Now, either way, we have quest completed. Arthur's now that Arthur has the Frozen Tempest quest completed, they're gonna crush him. Leo is dead again. I mean, look at this. Harzobs is just feeding at this point. Khaldor is clearly the superior hero and player. He came in and took it down. Thrall dying is just a bit of a byproduct of all of this. Yeah, they were afraid of Mind Talk and his Khaldor, that's why they retreated quickly. But they come in here. Sonya doesn't have the leap available right now. Okay. Ooh, stun, and death. That's the only thing that awaits Sonya here, as they're going for another keep. Ice Wall is out. This keep is also going to get destroyed. 2 seeds, by the way, to 0. Khaldor! Slap from Stukov. Trying to create some space, but there's Leo, and Khaldor is dead. Khaldor is gone. The core is losing its shield. They're not even going for the bottom keep anymore. They're just going for the core straight away. And, well, to be fair to them, it seems like they're going to be able to pull this one off. Leo is feeding, though. So Leo is dead again. Arthur's is gone. Thrall about to be dropped, too. Yeah, but the catapults are now on the core, and the core is down to 60%. I'm actually not sure they can end this. The death timers are just too low. Catapults have done a great job to chunk it, on the other hand. But they haven't taken the bottom keep out. So if they're actually not able to end the game, they need to at least go for the keep. But I suppose that they're just going to farm a little bit more here. Sonya has to jump out, is able to escape, but the core is now dropping below 50%, and I suppose that eventually they're going to be able to win it right here, right now. That keeps still standing is, by the way, just absolutely triggering me. Somebody needs to come in and take this one on. So yeah, Thrall is gone, Benny's still alive, they go for Sonya, and she is dead as well. 28 kills, 2-4, and this is lights out as Rutsu ends the game, and the Saboteurs move on to the winner bracket semifinal. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.